So this is driving out from 7 Mile Beach at the Coffin Bay National Park. You can see there's been quite a lot of people through here over the Easter long weekend. The beach is fairly hard, which is good, and we're coming up to the exit here, which is a lot softer. Get some momentum up here. Get up. And we've got Ted in an 80 series LandCruiser behind me, so I'm just going to come up here and just keep an eye on my rear view mirror. Slow it down here. Make sure he gets up off the beach. Hope he doesn't roll it. No, he's behind us, that's good. That was probably the softest part of the whole trip, that entry and exit off the beach. There's a couple of spots through here. There is one big hill on this trip, which you'll see. There's a lot of moguls, good rock as well. We've got our PSI, we've got our tyre PSI down to 18, which for the cruiser, for the V8 cruiser that I'm driving, 200 series, seemed to be fine. I'm no four-wheel drive expert, so I'm sure you can pull this apart, all those critics out there, and tell me what lines I took wrong, what I did wrong. Etc. But really the thing we're trying to do is beat the clock, or the sun, shall we say. Try and beat the sun, because it's getting dark. We left our run out here way too late, so we only fished for about an hour and a half. Ted was the only one to have anything at all caught, which was a 51 centimetre blue spot flatty. I think it was a blue spot. We'll get him to have a photo with it later when we go clean it back at the Coffin Bay Caravan Park. So this part is probably really nice, really easy. We're on channel 10 on the radio. I've had a few cars coming the other way on the way out, but I think we're going to be the last of those coming back in, so we shouldn't have too much traffic coming the other way. And this is a nice little cruisy part. For the track, it's pretty wide, which is good. Like, I'm in a 200 and not having any issues whatsoever coming through here. There's a couple of tiny spots where it's a little bit skinnier, but nothing you'd be worried about if you were in a new car. So yeah, it's telling me an hour and 23 to get back to the Coffin Bay Caravan Park. It's going to take us a little bit longer because we'll need to air the tyres back up. We could just cruise back actually on 18 and just go back up at the petrol station, but it's actually a really good track, I guess, because it's got mixture of both rock and sand and a couple of little water crossings. Ted's 80 series conked out, lost power on the way out after he went through a big puddle. But once we pulled it out and it dried out a bit, it was fine, and we kept going. I'll show you the puddle when we get there. There's definitely some bouncy spots through here. I'm not really, whoa, a bit fast into that, Matty. I'm really not a fan of four-wheel driving and that bouncing around feeling. The only time I do it is when I know that there's a good fishing spot at the end of it. And there was today. I mean, I think we just didn't give ourselves enough time. We've got another week. This is to be in the Coffin Bay, so we'll definitely try that spot again and probably make another video. And this is actually really quite hard. It's not soft at all. And yes, I should probably have a sand flag. I agree with you guys. That's one thing that I need to add to my my kit. Especially as I want to do some of those tracks down near Robe, and I know that they're going to be well better with a sand flag. Whee! Bouncy, bouncy boo. I don't know, should I be taking the left-hand paths on those ones in case there's cars coming the other way? Probably should be, but... There's some bloody moguls there. This is a little bit softer through here. We'll go up the ramp. And this is probably, besides actually the beach, this is probably, I think from memory, the softest section we had, which, as you can see, the cruiser is just, you know, eating it up like hot knife through butter. Got the Maxxis Razor tyres on, all terrain. Get up there. Mogul. It is that time of night though, we've got to keep an eye out for skippy-roo and emus out this way. Don't want a new hood ornament. Oh, that gentle rocking was almost about to put me to sleep. It's like up and down, up and down. Still got nephew Ted and Katrina behind us. Oh yeah, this was a bit soft too, this spot, I forgot about that. Just going to follow this set of tracks. Whee! Up and down, up and down. Oh, that's not a flat top tyre. And it is just that... Surely it's not. It just felt weird. Not like... Nah, she's right. Let's get on this harder stuff here. And we're through. Oh, it was a bit of fun. I'm not sure how far away we are from this big hill that we need to get up. But yeah, it's a pretty good little track because it's got, as I said, a bit of everything. And I'm just a novice four-wheel driver, just as I am a novice fisherman. I don't profess to be an expert at all. So feel free, as I said in the comments, tell me what I'm doing wrong. Now this is that big hill. Now it does have these rubber mats, so I'm hoping we'll be right. Yeah, this is the hill, Ted. Oh, yeah. Oh, I haven't turned my traction control off. Just going to stop here and do that.
That really ruddy section, so quick by accident.
So guys, I'd forgotten to take the cruise control off, the traction control, and I was wondering whether now I've taken it off. Just, yeah, forget that with the Cruiser, the 200, just have to turn it off each time. I had it off on the way out, and then I obviously turned the car off, turned it back on, and it was on. This is a tight little, between two rocks there. Oh, I've got the back pretty packed too. Not as packed as Ted's. Ted's got his kitchen and fridge and whatever else in there. But I've got a 45 litre iTech World fridge, an esky, fishing tackle and whatever else. Yeah. Unfortunately, I've only got this camera view, guys, so it's probably the most enjoyable one. I probably could have set up the other camera. It was a bit impromptu to do this, to be honest. I could have set up the other camera to look at me as the driver, because then you really would have had something to tell me what I'm doing wrong, I'm sure. It's a bit tiring, to be honest. It's a bit of hard work. Feels like it. Quick glance in the rear view, and Ted's 80 series is still on in view. And I am just checking the weather. So I'm looking for a good day when we can get out onto Yangie Beach, and we'll do that on video too. Last time I was at Coffin Bay, we caught some pretty nice salmon, though I've heard the salmon aren't running as yet this year because that water temp is just still a couple of degrees a bit too high. Which, yeah. Well, I saw a decent salmon caught on Facebook around here, so they might start coming this week, which would be nice. You're probably wondering where all the rocky stuff is. It's definitely here. It's definitely on this track. Here we go. At some points, we've got some rock climbing here. It's not difficult. For the pros out there, they'll be not stressed about this at all. For me, I'm a big lad, getting thrown around a little bit. So those moguls, eh? Let's go, buddy. Whoa. Bunny hop. Just about. Any better way you can take those? This was the worst part, I think, of the moguls. I hope it was anyway, because I don't want to do too much more of that. Looks like this is the trek. Oh, there's a big rock. We should be clearing that. I don't know if I did take the best line there. Let me know in the comments. Probably to the left. Might have been a little bit better. Looks like Ted's taking the line to the left in my rearview mirror. Yep. I think he said, Uncle Matt, that was a crap line you took through there. I don't mind it if we caught, I mean, I don't mind it at all, but I would have definitely liked to have caught more than just that one fish. Have a little bit of drink while we're in a bit of a lull patch. It'll be interesting to see how this comes out on the GoPro, because it's got horizon lock on it, so I don't know if it'll be able to cope with all the bumping and stuff. But have you driven this track before? Has it deteriorated? Is it about the same? Ooh, this is a little touchy one. Up you go. I actually have, and you may have seen it, I've got a 22 Prado 150 Kakadu that I bought out here for the first time 3 years ago when it was basically a week old. Didn't do this track, but I have so much more confidence in the 200 with the V8, and when I'm sure that Prado is more than capable. It's just a confidence thing. You just know you got that little bit of extra power if you need it. Though I find it's quite finessey on the throttle as well, which is good. You can have quite good throttle control. I don't even know if there is any videos on YouTube of this particular track. Sure there is. Just going to slow down again. Hopefully Ted's still behind us. Haven't heard him on the radio, so I can only assume so. Yep, saw his lights just then. We're doing about 25 30 kilometres an hour along here. Speed limit's 40. Can't see that you're going much faster than that anyway. Damascus. We have some nice, relatively flat road for a few hundred metres. That's nice. You do need to obviously buy a pass to access the national park, as you do with most national parks. I've actually bought an annual pass. It's $120 versus, I don't know, $50 for 2 months or something. Bought mine in August last year when I was down at Marion Bay and visiting the Innes National Park down there to go fish at Stenhouse Bay and a few other spots. Browns Beach, not that I fish there, but a few other spots. I'm very impressed with the GoPro gooseneck clamp. It's just clamped onto the OFME bar handrail, and hasn't moved an inch or a centimetre or a millimetre. That's good to know, because we'll probably do a video like this going out to Gunya when we decide to go out there. Oh, so we've got another little bit of a rocky section up here, up the hill. Just put my high beams on, just to give the bit of a definition to the rocks. They all look pretty much the same in this light, this low light. So just seeing shadows and stuff. Hey, and then whee all the way down the hill. But we don't want to get into too much trouble. Saying we've got 27 kilometres left, 57 minutes on the GPS. It's currently 6:45 on Easter Monday. It's a big hole. Should invite my friend Chris from 1010 Adventures next time we're doing this. He'd love to do this in his Prado. Wow. Bit of a dip here. Yeah, so tell me guys, do you like these types of videos? It's interesting. This is probably more not something you're going to sit and watch unless you're actually wanting to drive the track and you're not too sure about it. You might sort of skim through it, I guess. It's interesting for me nonetheless. So this is another one of the bit rockier parts. Just sort of pulling her up the hill here, pushing her up the hill, I guess. I think we're definitely fast losing that battle against the sun. That'll be interesting. Oh, trying to... Oh, bottomed out there. I reckon this sort of being the hardest track this car's ever been on. I don't think anyone else from, maybe someone borrowed it from Pioneer and took it for a bit of a spin, but I'm very impressed with it. It's a 2013 200 series. 302,000 kilometres on the clock. Recently been getting Kapunda 4x4 or Priors Automotive to service it. They've been doing a fantastic job. They fixed a lot of stuff on it that's sort of not been kept up over the years. The UHF and the Anderson plug and all those sorts of things that weren't working when I got the car as part of my work. And unlike the guys at the Toyota dealership that I took it to, they do the wheel lock nut. They do the wheel nuts up properly, which was great. So the Toyota dealership, I won't name them, but in Adelaide in the eastern suburbs, decided that they didn't need to tighten up our wheel nuts one stage after the first service, and nearly lost a wheel at 110 kilometres an hour with my 8-year-old daughter in the car at the time. So anyway, prefer to support the local mechanic. They work on a lot of farmers' cars, and when you work in a local community, you've got to do the right thing. It's just the same for us at Pioneer Water Tanks. We work with local and regional communities, and so if we don't do a good job in our region, people will know about it, and people know about it, and our opportunities will diminish. Unlike our competitors, who seem to just sell out of call centres and send cowboy contractors in. If something goes wrong, they just wipe their hands of it and churn and burn that customer. But hey, the customer save $1,500. Then they come to us and spend more, which is sad to see, to be honest. It'd be good if customers took the right attitude of, I guess it's education, not the right attitude, but education around, what makes a tank different from a Pioneer leading the market to others that are much lower quality and hence cheaper. I guess with everything, you get what you pay for in this world. Well, this is the really bumpy part. There's been a few of those. Ruts and ruts and ruts and ruts. So what do you drive when you go for your four-wheel driving? Put it in the comments below. It'd be great to see. And what made you, I guess, buy that particular car? I really think I didn't buy this car, but I really think the 200 is a really great vehicle. From all the different, I guess, YouTube channels and stuff that I've watched. I mean, obviously there's the Rangers and the Patrols and whatever else, the big American trucks now. I think, from what I hear, and tell me if I'm wrong, reliability and durability and serviceability, the Toyota's sort of come out, hands down, the best to be in a bad situation with. If at all you're in a bad situation with one. I'm definitely not a fan of the new 150 Prado. I think it looks like a Lego set, and not a fan of losing that boot space and things like that. So that's why I've actually kept my 150. I probably should sell it. If you want a 22 Kakadu 150 in graphite with lots of extras for about $87,000 in South Australia, no encumbrances or anything on it, let me know and maybe I'll sell it. But I really struggle to part with it because I think it's just going to be one of those great cars that goes and goes and goes. Whoa, a bit fishtaily there. What I really like about the 200 as well is the split tailgate that they got rid of in the 300. I have no idea why they did that because it's such a useful feature. I didn't realise how useful it would be until I had this car. You just open the tailgate window and put stuff in. I don't know why they don't just put them on all their cars, on the Prado, on the LandCruisers as well. You have to swing those big doors open that always have issues with their latches and whatever else. You need to put K-on brackets and whatever else to fix them. Another bouncy part here. Now I know what a basketball feels like. think we're not too far away from the water, couple of water sections. Ted's going to go out and around. I hope he doesn't get bogged because I don't really want to have to dig him out. He's got my Max Tracks on his car. I've got the snatch strap and I've got the compressor and stuff. This is a lovely beach out through here. I'd love to fish here too. I reckon that looks pretty fishy indeed for flatties, and also potentially if you could get a float out over there for squid off those weed beds. Coffin Bay is not really a place known for squid, but we didn't. I say we. Katrina, Ted's partner, got 5 off the inside of Yangie Bay, if that's how you say it. And yeah, that was pretty nice to eat. This is a spot where you don't want to have any real incoming traffic. Not one's up here, but come on, baby, let's get through it. So, roo. It's jumping up and down those moguls. So let me know in the comments where you went for Easter, if you went anywhere. Obviously, if you're watching this, you got this far, you must be a pretty full-on, four-wheel drive person. I'm in South Australia. What other good full drive / with fishing destinations would you recommend? I think I mentioned earlier, I definitely want to go to the back of Robe again. That's got some really good spots, and I'm really open to. I don't think there's really a lot full drive tracks to destinations on York Peninsula. I think a lot of York Peninsula is actually closed. So Ted's going to go right. Well, let's just do it. We're going to go right. So there's a puddle on the left that we went through that was rather large.
I'll leave a gap for you.
Yep, where am I going? Oh, around here, I think. Oh, that extra V8 power does it. Put your foot down.
That's the plan.
I'm glad I had the V8. I'm just watching Ted go through, make sure he does get through. Piece of piss. Too easy, mate. Yeah, so he got through that all right. Yes? Yes, you got through?
What was that, sorry?
You got through?
Yeah, sorry, I just hit one of the really bad ruts and the fridge jumped about 10 feet in the air and smacked the roof.
Oh, Jesus.
I'll catch up.
You got through. So that was a bit of fun through that sand. Just a bit of left and right wheel turn there just to get a bit of traction. Let's go through the water. I don't think it's very deep, this one. Reasonable.
Alright, we're off again.
But yeah, I might down this one because this one was deeper from memory. And as you can see, most people have gone around it rather than through it. So we're not too far now because I pretty much remember we weren't too far into the trek, and that's where Ted had the water issues. So I'm actually just going to stop when we get around this corner and a bit more visibility, and I'll go down a bit. So I'm just going to wait till Ted's right behind us. Get through these little ruts here. Oh, I can see him. I'll just slow down and let him catch up a bit. Ducks in the little pond to our left. Gonna have to get the this old Pioneer bus a good wash. What do you use? Do you use like the salt shift or whatever guys they are that have the underwater pressure cleaners to clean the bottom of your cars? Oh my god. Oh, bouncy, bouncy boy. This is super bouncy. Should I go faster through these sections or slower? I don't know. I'm going a bit faster, though I don't think this is anywhere near as bouncy as what it was, just to try and almost stay on top of the ruts. Let me know if that's the right thing or the wrong thing to do, but it's feeling like the right thing. As I said, I don't really think we're going to have or should have any traffic coming the opposite direction. Getting back to cleaning under your four-wheel drive. I've got one of those magnetic spray things that you put in the chassis holes to get it out. I think that was from Salt Shift. But I've been thinking, do I buy a pressure washer to be able to do that trolley thing underneath? Is it really worth it? Put a comment below and let me know what you think. We're cooking with gas now. Or, as I like to say, because I use iTech World stuff, using induction, camping, it's been a breeze. Rather than bloody barbecue and gas canisters and propane canisters and whatever. So now we're back to a little bit of it. Yeah, this is easy. This is not a hill climb as such, a rocky climb. This is all pretty straightforward. It's a bit of a rocky section here. Might go to the right. Oh, I don't know if that was the best or the worst. Oh, I find four-wheel driving quite tiring. It's like, it's not the physical, it's more the mental side of it. You're always thinking. I guess that's what people enjoy about it. As I said, for me, I only really find it enjoyable if it's going to or coming back from an exceptional fishing location. Lights are really starting to take effect now. Yangie Bay on our left. I don't know, I'm trying to remember. I thought Yangie Bay was like a marine zone where you couldn't fish. Other than that, I heard it was very good for floodies. But I think part of it you can't fish. I'll have to have a look. Well, if you've hung around this far, and you like all the crap I've been talking about, hit the subscribe button and comment below and give this video a like. If we get a lot of likes and get good feedback on it, I'm happy to do more of these. But yeah, obviously majority of the channel is fishing, land-based South Australia. But I have been trying to do a bit more camping, and if I'm camping in spots like this, we can do more drives. And yeah, please recommend the relevant national parks where there's good fishing as well. But we can do this, because I'm happy to if we can. Oh, I thought I was going left there, and we're just, whoa, geez, suddenly going right. Oh. What's the risks of coming back at night? Didn't see that drop off at all. Just be aware of that little drop off there. You probably already threw it, I think.
Yeah, I think I just went through it.
Another Mowgli. It's 6:10 now. We will go through this one because we went through it before, and it's actually got a lot less water in it than it has now. I got a video of Ted going through that on the way through. Might be able to slice that in. But I didn't really want to edit this video too much. I just wanted it to be a raw capture of this drive. And this is the end of the track. This is where we stopped and aired down. I'm thinking, I'm just going to suggest to Ted, do you want to just cruise back on these tyres and go to the petrol station?
Yeah, I was about to say, that's probably going to be the easiest, to be honest. They're pretty alright.
Yeah, and it's only like 60 or 40 k's you can go anyway, so.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. We'll just still pull over so Kat can drive.
Oh, yeah. I'm just around the corner a bit. Well, there you go, guys. That was the Yangie Bay Campground through to 7 Mile Beach on Coffin Bay. If you enjoyed that, give us a thumbs up and a like and a subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. And I guess, watch this video next.